Are you a movie freak? If yes, I am too. And I have caught myself wondering how many millions or maybe billions of dollars are spent on the production of movies when I see the behind-the-scenes clips. I sometimes scream when I see so many zeros in movie production budgets, and I question myself why I am not acting yet. You must have considered the same. Have you ever imagined how much gain they receive from the sales of the movies? No need to imagine anymore, because I have the answers right here for you. This revelation would leave your mind blown that you might just consider producing some movies of your own. Here are the 5 most grossing movies of all time. 5. Avengers: Infinity Wars. Again, one of Marvel's series tops the list of most grossing movies. We all love the Avengers movies because they always come up with new twists and turns, which keep its fans hyped up and excited by creating an enthusiastic environment. It inspires people, especially kids, by making them believe in themselves. The Avengers always made us believe that the weak can also win a war. This movie became a pop culture phenomenon. Another major indicator of Infinity War's success was the level of awareness that it created. Though superhero fare has been increasingly popular with mainstream audiences over the past decade, the biggest, geekiest reactions are usually reserved for the most ardent comic fans. In this series, the Avengers must stop Thanos, an intergalactic warlord, from getting his hands on all the Infinity Stones. However, Thanos is prepared to go to any lengths to carry out his insane plan. Avengers: Infinity War is the 3rd Avengers film and the 19th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, released 6 years after the first Avengers film and 10 years after the first MCU film. Directed by Anthony and Joe Russo, the film features an ensemble cast of actors reprising their roles from previous entries in the MCU. Infinity War and its sequel Endgame each cost $500 million to make. As such, they had a total budget of $1 billion, making it probably the most expensive production in Hollywood. Infinity War was released in April 2018 and went on to break multiple box office records in various markets. Worldwide, Avengers: Infinity War grossed $2,048,359,754 worldwide. The film set records for the highest grossing opening weekend and was the fastest to gross $1 billion through $1.5 billion. 4. Titanic. Titanic is an epic, action-packed romance set against the ill-fated maiden voyage of the RMS Titanic. It was the pride and joy of the White Star Line and, at the time, the largest moving object ever built. Titanic was one of the most successful pictures of all time after its debut in 1997, generating more than $2.1 billion worldwide and ranking 3rd among the highest-grossing movies of all time. James Cameron spent $200 million on Titanic, running up millions on costumes, talent, and more. Leonardo DiCaprio was the lead in the film. From the outset, the Titanic captured the public's imagination. At the time, it was one of the largest and most opulent ships in the world. It was also considered unsinkable due to a series of compartment doors that could be closed if the bow was breached. The 1997 film is one of the most successful and iconic movies ever produced. It won 11 Oscars, including Best Picture, and is still one of the highest-grossing films of all time. Incorporating both historical and fictionalized aspects, it is based on accounts of the sinking of the RMS Titanic and stars Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet as members of different social classes who fall in love aboard the ship during its ill-fated maiden voyage. Amazing stars of the movie include Billy Zane, Kathy Bates, Gloria Stewart, and many more. 3. Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Star Wars series have always been epic. 30 years after the defeat of the Galactic Empire, Han Solo, Harrison Ford, and his young allies face a new threat from the evil Kylo Ren, Adam Driver, and the First Order. Before Force Awakens even opened, online movie ticket websites were crashing. Advanced ticket sales reached an estimated $100 million before the Star Wars scroll flashed on the screen. So, it came as no surprise to hear that Force Awakens was the fastest title ever to cross $100 million in just 21 hours. It benefited from mostly positive reviews, genuine anticipation for a Star Wars sequel, strong buzz, popular new characters, Rey, Kylo Ren, Poe, Finn, etc., and a spoiler-free marketing campaign that left most of its surprises intact for the paying customer. The budget was reported to be between $259 million and $306 million. The film grossed $2 billion worldwide, breaking various box office records and becoming the highest-grossing film in the United States and Canada, the highest-grossing film of 2015, and the 3rd highest-grossing film at the time of its release. Disney has Star Wars movie release dates set for December 2023, 2025, and 2027. Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron will tell the story of a new generation of pilots, and Taika Waititi has a Star Wars movie of his own in the works, with few details about it known so far. We are all anticipating seeing what they come up with next. 2. Avengers: Endgame. Marvel series are always unbelievable, stirring up more drama, twists, and suspense, keeping the audience fascinated. I for sure love this movie and enjoyed every bit of it. After Thanos, an intergalactic warlord, disintegrates half of the universe, the Avengers must reunite and assemble again to reinvigorate their trounced allies and restore balance. An outstanding series. Marvel's Avengers: Endgame crossed $2.7902 billion at the box office. It is the fourth Avengers film and the 22nd film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe (MCU), released 7 years after the first Avengers film and 11 years after the first MCU film. Directed by Anthony and Joe Russo, the film features an ensemble cast of actors reprising their roles from previous entries in the MCU. Endgame was released in April 2019 and went on to break numerous box office records in various markets. The movie had a lot on its shoulders. Not only did it have to work as its movie and answer the questions its plot brought up, but it also had to serve as the end of the MCU as everyone knew it up to that point. It had to deliver on multiple levels, and one of those was a spectacle. Worldwide, it set the record for highest grossing film of all time, the highest opening weekend gross, and the fastest cumulative grosses through $2.5 billion before Avatar reclaimed its spot. The alien got victory over our superheroes. The movie has one of the biggest casts to ever appear in a comic book movie. With a $356 million budget, it's one of the most expensive movies ever made, and the film makes that clear. 1. Avatar. The famous Avatar movie tops the list. There is no denying that this movie is not astonishing. Starting from the exceptional storyline to the remarkable 3D production, you might marvel at how Avatar has remained both beloved and still the top-grossing film of all time, even after 12 years. This movie, directed by James Cameron, holds many box office records, including the title for the overall highest-grossing film. In 2009, it was the first film to earn more than $2 billion and concluded its original box office run with gross revenue of $2.749 billion. The film also broke the record for the largest domestic opening weekend for a film not based on a franchise and the largest opening weekend for an environmentalist film. Domestically, it had led the box office for 7 consecutive weeks. Thanks to making a feature-length film with plenty of mocap to go around, Avatar showed creators the fantastic potential of the technology, leading to its widespread use over the last decade. This movie tells the story of the violent displacement of indigenous people from their jungle homes on a planet called Pandora as a ruthless company searches for a precious mineral. Avatar also broke ground in the work of 3D film, raising the popularity of the 3D and IMAX experiences. In 2019, the massive box office triumph lost its title for the highest-grossing film to Avengers: Endgame, which had a gross of $2.797 billion. However, a 2021 re-release of Avatar in China led to the film reclaiming its title and positioning itself with a cumulative gross of $2.847 billion. After more than 12 years, the film is still incredibly relevant and loved by many. Anticipating the sequel movies, the second and third of which began filming in 2017 and have 2022 and 2024 release dates, respectively, many Avatar fans have taken to re-watching the original film. Avatar was officially budgeted at $237 million due to a groundbreaking array of new visual effects Cameron achieved in cooperation with Weta Digital in Wellington. The movie stars include Sam Worthington, Zoe Saldana, Sigourney Weaver, Stephen Lang, and many more, who made the movie incredible. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Stay tuned.